Hello and very good evening to all of our viewers tuned in. We're bringing you live action from ThePapare Rugby Stadium, and it's the Kandy versus Colombo encounter. There you go, ThePapare Rugby Stadium. It's pouring down here, and we were looking forward to see some running rugby, but unfortunately, with this heavy rain pouring in, we'll get to see some close-up forward game. That's the Blues team from Colombo doing their final bit of warm-ups, and on the other side of the ground is the Reds, coached by Sumedha Madhavana and Anand Kasarchi, known as Castro, while Colombo will be coached by Dushant Liuke and Mushtaq. So we'll catch you on the other side with the live action from the first half's kickoff. So stay tuned with ThePapare.com. We'll be back right with the kickoff.
Dulanjana Petisa, St. Joseph College.
Sabit Feroz, Royal College.
Yamunu Jayadiya, St. Joseph College.
Tuan Zamil, Lumbini College.
Saan Nakila, St. Joseph College.
Janidu Dilisan, Royal College.
Kalindra Nandil, Royal College.
Shimon Gregory, St. Joseph's College.
Fadil Adan, Royal College.
Harindu Hasid, Wesley College.
Harit Senanayak, St. Thomas College.
Taridudi Elvis, St. Joseph's College.
Sian Kalyankote, St. Joseph's College.
Adish Adunpatrana, St. Thomas's College.
Dan Sabha, Wesley College.
Ravindu Anjula, Isipatana College.
Malisha Madhuman, Royal College.
Christian Dilla, St. Thomas's College.
Farm Farid, Royal College.
Shenu Kairat, Thurston College.
Himanta Irushan, Royal College.
Visit Kavyanjana, Royal College.
Shamika Vilinda, Science College.
Naveen Rajaratnam, Trinity College Kandy.
Vishal Aliyane, St. Andrews College Kandy.
Avishka Sheikh, Trinity College Kandy.
Ruwan Amara Singh, St. Andrews College Kandy.
I'm Matish Amara Singh, St. Andrews College Kandy.
Royal Wasif, St. Andrews College Kandy.
Ravindu Vijayadilaga, Trinity College Kandy.
Malita Vijay Sundara, Maliyadeva College, Kurunagar.
Kavishta Aishwarya, St. Andrews College Kandy. Rashmi Vichandaratna, Kingswood College Kandy.
Jandu Himsa, St. Andrews College Kandy.
Kavishka Bhandara, Vidyarthi College Kandy. Tandu Vidmaka, Vidyarthi College Kandy.
Ilham Jalil, Kingswood College Kandy. Kasun Bandara, Sumangal College Kandy.
Jamit Sikumsara, Sumangal College Kandy.
Satchar Kalgampiti, Vidyarthi College Kandy.
Mohammad Akil, Sumangal College Kandy.
Tardu Hettiarachi, Vidyarthi College Kandy.
Sasi Kumayanga, Vidyarthi College Kandy.
Kavishka Singh, Sumangal College Kandy.
Kazim Jayagodi, Vidyarthi College Kandy.
R.S. Patrana, St. Sylvester's College Kandy.
Richard ThePapare, and he does brilliantly moving into the corner there. one. Goes off another. Just goes off.
ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් සිංහලෙන් www.thepapare.com වෙබ් අඩවියට පිවිසලා සිංහල භාෂාව තෝරාගන්න. ක්‍රිකට්, රග්බි, පාපන්දු, වොලිබෝල්, මලල ක්‍රීඩා, පැසිපන්දු විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් ක්‍රීඩා සහ විශේෂාංග ලිපි වුණත් The Papare සිංහල තුලින්. ඇයි අපේ වීඩියෝ පිටුව ක්‍රීඩාව හා සම්බන්ධ දහසකුත් එකක් වීඩියෝ, සම්මුඛ සාකච්ඡා, ඒ වගේම ඇසිදිසි, රග්බි පිටිය, පිටියේ කතා, ස්පෝර්ට්ස් මසාලා වගේ සතිපතා ජනප්‍රිය විශේෂාංග නරඹන්න. ඔබේ පරිගණකයෙන් ටැබ් එකෙන් එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ස්මාර්ට්ෆෝන් එකෙන් ලබා ගන්න ඔබට ලේසියෙන්ම පුළුවන්. The Papare සිංහල ක්‍රීඩා පුවත් ඩිජිටලීකරණය.
And he does brilliantly moving into the corner there. Outstanding individual.
This is brilliant by Danushka Ranjan. Scoring is 7th.
Trying to time with one hand. It looks like he's through.
The outside fence off one. Goes off another. Just goes off.
Sulanjana Pietisse, St. Joseph College.
Sabit Feroz, Royal College.
Gemunu Jayadiya, St. Joseph College.
Tuan Zamil, Lumbini College.
Saan Nakila, St. Joseph College.
Janidu Dilshan, Royal College.
Kalindra Nandila, Royal College.
Shimon Gregory, St. Joseph's College.
Fadil Adan, Royal College.
Tarindu Hasid, Wesley College.
Harit Senanayaka, St. Thomas College.
Taridudi Elvis, St. Joseph's College.
Sian Kelniankot, St. Joseph's College.
Adish Adunpatrana, St. Thomas's College.
Dan Sabha, Wesley College.
Ravidu Anjula, Isipatana College.
Malisha Madhuman, Royal College.
Christian Dila, St. Thomas's College.
Farm Farid, Royal College.
Shenu Kairat, Thurston College.
Imanta Irushan, Royal College.
Visit Kavyanjana, Royal College.
Shamika Vilinda, Science College.
Naveen Rajaratnam, Trinity College, Kandy.
Ishar Aliyane, St. Anthony's College, Kandy.
Avish Kashik, Trinity College, Kandy.
Ruan Namara Singh, St. Anthony's College, Kandy.
I'm Mati Shamra Singh, St. Anthony's College, Kandy.
Royal Wasif, St. Anthony's College, Kandy.
Rohindu Vijayadilaga, Trinity College, Kandy.
Malita Vijay Sundara, Maliyadeva College, Kurunagar.
Kavishta Aishwarya, St. Anthony's College, Kandy. Rashmi Chandratna, Kingswood College, Kandy.
Jandu Himsa, St. Anthony's College, Kandy.
Kavishka Bandara, Vidyarthi College, Kandy. Tandu Ridmaka, Vidyarthi College, Kandy.
Ilham Jalil, Kingswood College, Kandy. Kasun Bandara, Sumangal College, Kandy.
Jamit Kumsara, Sumangal College, Kandy.
Satchara Kalgampiti, Vidyarthi College, Kandy.
Mohammad Akil, Sumangal College, Kandy.
Tarindu Hettiarachi, Vidyarthi College, Kandy.
Sasi Kumyanga, Vidyarthi College, Kandy.
Kavishkani Singh, Sumangal College, Kandy.
Kasum Jayagodi, Vidyarthi College, Kandy.
R.S. Patirana, St. Sylvester's College, Kandy.
ThePapare, and he does brilliantly moving into the corner there. Outstanding individual.
This is brilliant by Danushka Ranjan, scoring his 7th.
Trying to time with one hand, and looks like he's through.
The outside fence off one, goes off another, just goes off.
Welcome back to live action in ThePapare.com. We're here at the Nithala Rugby Stadium for the Kandy Reds versus Colombo Blues encounter. It's all set. We're waiting for the referees to take on the field. And there you go. The weather this evening, 29 degrees, thunderstorm. That's spot on. It's raining here. Wind speed 18 kilometers per hour with the wind heading northeast and the humidity level at 73%. Joining me in the commentary box is Kavint Rajapaksa. Good evening, Kavint.
Good evening, Mishran. It's a wet and cloudy evening here at Nithala. There you go, the match officials. Priyantha Gunaratna will be today with Sarath Madugal and Deepal Punyavardhana acting as the two ARs. It will be a good battle with Colombo schools featuring a lot of the Royal boys. So the Royal, yes, the Kandy team, Pravinda Vijay Tilaka, Milan Veerasinghe, Rashmika Chandraratna, Mohammad Shabir, Kasun Bandara, Mati Amarasinghe, Himalka Dhananjaya, Kavishka Bandara, Shashika Umayanga, Ishara Herat, Vishwaran Raja, Naveen Rajaratnam, Lahiru Dawlagala, Kavishka Jayasuriya and Avishka Sheikh forming the first 15, while the replacements Malita Radhika, Kalum, Tarindu Alikampala, Ruan Amarasinghe, Sohail Wasim, Tarindu Hettiarachi, Tarindu Ratnayaka, Janithu Himsara, Ishara Lianage, Janitharat Rajanayaka, Janit Vikumsara, Dilshan Farid, Mohammad Akil and Dilshan Kodagalla forming the Kandy team.
And there you go, the Colombo team. Adish Hamdun Padirana, Tarindu Hasaranga, Siobhan Gregory from St. Joseph's, Diladan Royal, Shehan Iranda, Christian Delias and Thomas, Malisha Madhumevan from Royal again, Tarindu Alvis, Nikhil De Silva, Kandu Nandila, Sabit Feroz, Shan Akila, Rukshan Madhushankar, Tuan Zamil and Dulanjan Piatis. And in the bench they'll have Abdul Faiz from St. Peter's College, Julian Charles also from Peters, Havit Senanayaka, Dayan Saba, Jason Karunaratna, Kenneth Vimaladasa, Janinu Dilshan, Keshan Kavinda, Lakshan Udona and Shanuka Bandar.
We can see a lot of players in the bench, the likes of Janinu Dilshan, Keshan Kavinda, as we see the Kandy team stepping into the field, led by Muhammad Shabir, the Antonian second row. There you go, a loud cheer from the Kandy crowd present here.
That's a fairly bit of good advantage for Kandy playing here at home, because the Colombo team won't have a good time, the wingers especially in the corners with the fans crowding in. But however, the star-studded Colombo team will have a quite task to get over these Kandy boys. We're waiting for the Colombo team to line up.
There we see the Kandy team lined up and the Colombo team coming up. That's Adush Shantaluke, the coach for Colombo Blues. We are minutes from kickoff.
What are your thoughts, Kavint, about the game beforehand? Because in paper, Colombo are obvious favourites, but you never know until the game's about to begin. And there you go, the Colombo Blues heading out, forming that line,
led by Dayan Saba. So team on paper looks, as you correctly said, Yushran, Colombo leading with many players like Janithu Dilshan, Kavinda Keshan, Dayan Saba, an experienced team. They represented Sri Lanka last year and in the sevens too, so it will be a good battle, and Kandy will have the advantage as they are playing in Nittola home territory. They have been practicing for over 2 weeks now, so it will be a good, interesting match on the cards.
Yeah, Kavint, and like we saw in Boa's article last week, he was talking about the combinations in this Colombo team. Jason Karunaratna and Kenneth Vimaladasa. He was talking about how vital that combination will be, while Gamano Chetia and Keshan Kavinda will be there to spark up the touchlines.
And we did have a conversation with the Colombo coach Dushan Lujuluke. What he told was that he'll give 30 minutes to each player to show their skills in both the legs, so it will be interesting to see how he gets the combinations right. So Gamano Chetia won't be playing, as his collarbone, and Jason Karunaratna and Kenneth Vimaladasa along with Janithu Dilshan are benched as well. So Dayan Saba will be leading the pack and the team at the moment. The original captain was Gamano Chetia. The final hurdles. Colombo. Sabit Feroz and Gamunu Chetty right in the middle. He won't be playing today, but he is the original captain. Getting the final words to his players, as you see on the far side. Kandy team. Instructions given out by Mohammad Shabir, the captain.
And the Colombo team filled with some of the best captains from the Colombo schools, as referee Priyanta Gunaratna is ready for the kickoff.
And the Kandy front row, to be really honest, was very good, featuring two Kinsudians, Rashmika Chandraratna and Milan Veerasinghe, to add to spark the very good prop forward of Trinity, Pravin Vijay Tilaka as well. So it will be Kandy to kick off from left to right.
There you go, the starting whistle as the kick goes deep. One bounce and straight into the hands of Sabit Feroz, who barges forward, steps off one defender, goes down just inside the 22 meters. And now Blues will want to get out of jail, start up, and that's Adish Handun Patinana not managing to get any few yards. Kenneth Maladasa fakes the kick and he puts the clearance kick out, but not a convincing clearing kick, just found about 5 meters.
That was Colin Nandika, in fact, who had the clearing kick. Good pressure early on by the Kandy team. Good rush up defense. So it will be Milan Veerasinghe with the throw in for Kandy. A 7-man line out opted, but failed to collect, but finds the man. However, here's Kandy going forward, but will this be a penalty? Holding on, not given by the referee, as Ishar Herat opts a offload meters away from the try line, as Pravin Javidejilaka does the scrum half duties.
Kandy doing the right thing here, trying to play it slow, keeping it close, and now send it out wide, and that's the number 6 losing possession there.
This is Navin Rajaratnam. Looks like he's been bundled out. No, just in play, as Ishar Herat, the Malayadeva fly off, takes the ball in. Here's Vishwanan Raja. Here's Pravin, and there's space out wide, and this will be the first try. Will it? Yes, it will. That's the first try. Lahiru Davlagar scores the first try. First points for Kandy. The centre from Malayadeva scoring the first try. A lovely pop-up pass from Vishwanan Raja. Initially good work done by Navin Rajaratnam, and that will be the first try. Scored in the corner. Brilliantly done, Yusran.
Yes, Kavin, 30 points for Kandy. That's good signs, and that'll boost the boys up here at Nintavala, while the Colombo lads fall under pressure immediately. And now number 10 is waiting for his kicking tee and finally gets it. Not Rashmika Chandraratna.
That's Milan Veerasinghe. It will be Ishar Herat, the Malayadeva fly off, to take the conversion as he lines up the kick. Quite a few kickers in the Kandy squad. Ishar Lianage, Tuel Wasim and Tarandu Hettiarachi. But that's a very good kick, and that's 7 points to nil early on. So good start for Kandy. We'll have to wait and see how the Colombo lads will respond. Will we see an early inclusion of Janidu Dilshan and their key players, or will Coach Luke opt to inject them at the end.
I think the Colombo team will not have any changes this early on, but because they'll have their opportunity to respond, as that kick was not taken cleanly by the Kandy receiver. A knock on, and the advantage is still on for the Colombo Blues. Going into contact as the center, he's being held up. That's good play there, but now he's finally brought down.
That was Malisha Madhuvan. Very good work. Yes, Tarandudi Alves getting the ball forward. Nikhil De Silva. Lovely ball out to the centers. And yes, Sabit Feroz cutting back inside, and lovely work there as well. So a neat piece of work, but knocked down by Dayan Saba. Ran onto a quick ball. So 2 early knock-ons for both the teams.
There was a crucial knock-on there by skipper Dayan. Should have held on.
Should have
because
held
they're
on.
just inside the 22. This is their first real opportunity and first real input of pressure to the Candians. But however, the first scrum of the game again in favor of Kandy, and it'll be Wasim.
That is in fact the Vidyartha scrum half. Shashika Umayanga doing the scrum half duties, and Ishara Herat, the kick has been charged down. Lucky for Kandy. Very well recovered as well.
But
very well done by Malisha Madhuvan as well.
But they'll have to get out of jail. They're still not out of trouble. The Kandy Reds. And finally he puts in the box and not collected cleanly by Sabit Feroz, but he knocks back. And that was the little scrum off there trying to recollect it. If he had got the ball, he would be straight under the post. But he knocks it on in the process. It was his box kick that got Kandy out of jail. And now Colombo with another chance. So we were right about not underestimating this Kandy Reds team, Kavint. Nikhil De Silva there with the put in.
But it will be interesting to see for how long Kandy will be able to apply the pressure and sustain the pressure, because this will obviously the Kandy team.
That's Tarandudi Alves isolating himself. Support came a bit late, and that's clearly offside there. And rightfully so. Referee Priyantha awarding the penalty to the Colombo Blues. Nikhil De Silva opting to go for touch. The right decision, and gets a good boot to it. Not really. Just on top of the 22. So this will be the first line out for the Colombo Blues.
The initial break from Tarun Alves was a good one, but it was very well negated by Ruan Amarasinghe as well.
I would disagree, Kavint. That break was not the right decision for me. He was isolated. He opted to go to the blind side. It clearly looked like he had his plan on his own, drifting apart from the normal initial plan they had. But however, now Kandy once again trying to form that rolling maul. Adil Adan there trying to set up his boys, and now he drived a bit forward once again, purposely collapsing, says the referee, and have his armrest for an advantage for Colombo. Tarun Alves once again at the back of that run. Colombo trying to play it close, picking and going, latching to each other, but not gaining as much as they'd want. This Kandy defense line holding up well. They're trying to keep the Colombo lads held up, but referee says no advantage, and he brings back play to the initial penalty. Nikhil once again putting the kick out for touch. And,
so two cardinal errors by the Kandy team. A very good opportunity for Colombo Blues to strike from here. Their maul seems to be perfectly working. It was collapsed intentionally on the previous occasion by the Kandy Reds.
But having a driving a mole in this conditions is another hefty task, Kavint, and they did quite well. Adila Danda collects it cleanly. Once again, they're going for that driving mole. Colombo inching in close, and now breaks off. Number 4. He's brought down. Inches short of the 5-meter line. Colombo looking to threat that Kandy defense. Still going forward there. Christian Delisle. Nikhil De Silva. He instructs his forward to play it close. Tarundri Alvis. Now inside the 5 meters. Colombo Blues. Will they be able to score from here? Again Tarundri Alvis. Another carry. Siobhan Gregory supporting him. Switches directions there, Nikhil De Silva. He sends it out wide to Sabit Feroz and it goes out in the full. Madhu Mevan. It touches Madhu Mevan's hand and goes out to the full. But another penalty, says the referee, because the Kandy Reds defender was offside. So that's not the right decision, Kavin. You shouldn't take the risks of the long pass. The long cut-out pass, especially in these conditions. Nikhil.
Especially the conditions of wet and slippery. Obviously, it's still drizzling here at Nithavala.
It's a bit more than drizzling, Kavint, with the wind factor. So, Colombo with another line out right in the 5-meter mark. Adil Adan fakes it and jumps from behind. Not straight, says the referee. So the Kandy Reds get away with it. So another opportunity gone begging for Colombo.
And this will be the opportunity for Kandy Reds to get out of trouble. They are right in the red zone, having absorbed at least a good 6 minutes of pressure. As Sashiko Kemayanga for Kandy will be feeding in the ball. And that's Isara Herat. Charge down again.
A really bad kick coming, but
he was chased by the Kandy Blues. But very well done.
Now Colombo have possession, but given away there.
Holding on, says the referee.
It was Sealing Kavint going over. And I think that was the right decision. Off the feet, said the referee.
So, Ishar Herat putting the ball to boot. And it will be a line out in favor of the Kandy Reds.
Like you said earlier, Kavin, the Kandy Blues that will be the team. However, in the final, Sri Lankan squad. And Milan Veerasinghe there with the line out for Kandy, and that's a forward pass for sure. Yes, it is. So another scrum down right in the center field.
That looked like a forward pass right off his hands.
Too many breakdowns covered in this game. It's a stop and start affair here in this first 12 minutes. And
given the wind factor and the slippery conditions, players are cut out of a little slack. But at this level, yeah. Yes, Tarundri always barging forward. The flanker slipped at the first pace, and yes, Adi Shandum Padirana, Nikhil De Silva sending out to Dayan Sabha. Still going is Sabha. And turned over, is it? I think the ball has been turned over, but hands on the ruck, says the referee.
But illegally, says the referee, and that's another right decision.
So too many mistakes from the Kandy Reds, gifting away 4 penalties.
But the Colombo Blues are not capitalizing on it, Kavint. They need to stay calm and composed if they are to strike back in this first half, in this first 15 minutes.
And this will be the 4th line out inside the 22 meters of the Kandy Reds for the Colombo Blues. It will be yet again be Tarindu, the hooker which featured for Wesley College in the concluded Singer Schools Week. And Adil Adahan collects it cleanly again as the Colombo Blues set up another rolling move. But this time Kandy does well.
But still Colombo holding on to it and then moving forward. Nikhil De Silva there barking instructions. Kandy now moving forward slowly. But moving parallelly though. But still they're on their feet. And now we see the ball's grounded. So they'll have to play the ball there.
Looks like they are opting to pick and go. The correct decision. But very good defense by the Kandy Reds.
Still in the same place, Colombo.
Dayan Sabha being held up. But fine speed. And here's Nikhil De Silva. Sends it out to his center.
Great defense there. Colombo being pushed back. Now it goes on to the line, but
this was Kalindu Nandika. And here's numbers out wide for the Kandy Reds.
That was poor play by Kalindu Nandila. He should have held on to position. He looked away, to be honest. He looked away and just couldn't hold on to the ball. It was just that one pass of a difference. And now we see Kandy with the scrum in their favour. So
had Kandy not knocked down that ball, the ball found the hands of Vishwanaraja. And had he had gone on his merry way, nobody was catching him. And there we go again. Shashikumayanga feeding in the scrum. Out to Ishara. Herat still going, but the ball has been knocked down. So it will be another breakdown. This time in favor of the Colombo Blues. Sean Nakila, the culprit there.
Both teams will have to play it close. They're not doing the right thing. If they are opting to pass it out wide, they'll have to hold on to position and not give it away. Duranjana Piyatissa there telling Nikhil what to do. But let's see what the back has in mind. And Tarandu Diavis breaks away, sends it out wide to Nikhil. Gives it out wide.
That is the Science wing 3/4.
Shamika Herat.
And Colombo on the attack. This time think they will use the line. But good pressure by the Kandy Reds. Good counter-attacking. Very well done. Has the ball been turned over? No, it hasn't. Still the position is with the Colombo Blues. Now they will pick and go.
Shevon Gregory there trying to barge his way forward. Malaysia Madhuvan there to support him.
To be really honest, Kandy Reds hasn't had any possession.
After scoring that try, Kavint.
The initial try was scored, but it has been all Colombo Blues that has been doing the attacking. But very good defense to the Kandy Reds, to their credit. They have been defending their hearts out. But
another knock on there as Kandy turn it over.
Yes, Naveen Rajaratnam.
Sends it out wide to Vishwanaraja, who tries to run around Tarandu Diavis but slips straight out of touch. So another stoppage in this game, and the Asia Rugby 7 Series third leg will be held in Colombo tomorrow and day after. You can catch the live action at ThePapare.com. So tomorrow the games will be starting at 1:30, and on the final day on 14th you can catch all the live action right from 10 o'clock in the morning.
And that will be an interesting series for Sri Lanka as well. They are currently 4th on the list. And a podium finish in the third leg will mean that they will finish third place. Japan already in the front with 24 points, followed up by Hong Kong. So some changes coming up
Tarinder
as
once
well.
again sends it to Fadil. So it's the same plan, but Tananduri Alvis breaks away from it, tries to go on his own. It's so far it's been a game for the forwards, Govind. We've not seen much of the backs from either side attacking. And every time we saw it go to the backs, it's been a knock forward. And that's a good break there by Rukshan Madhusankar. Tries to step away and he does it very beautiful. And that's try time for Colombo. Rukshan Madhusankar running in that beautiful angle, holding on to the ball, fending off the defenders, and one dive over. That's the first try for the Colombo Blues, and that was a breakthrough they were looking for.
That was a very well done move, a set move. Kalinda Nandika this time managed to collect it cleanly, and he sent it out to Rukshan Madhusankar, who ran a brilliant running angle. He cut back inside, stepped it outside, and past the fullback he went. So the first points for the Colombo Blues through Rukshan Madhusankar, as Tuan Zamil will take the kick. He is from Lumbini College.
Yeah, I was about to say, Kamil, it's nice to see some players from Lumbini College, Thurston College and Science College in this team. They're getting their opportunity and their fair shot at making it to the national team.
To be really honest, they have earned their spots in this team, as the conversion is good. So it's 7 points all here at Nithavala. So this will be from this point. 7 points all. Colombo finally making the breakthrough that they were looking for. Kandy, after defending their hearts out for all this while, finally led.
Now Ishara with the restart. A low kick but goes deep, straight into the hands of that was a good clearance.
And it will be Colombo Blues who will be defending this line out as Vilan Veerasinghe.
Kandy finally get into the opposition half after quite a while defending, and now they are looking to spark something up. Ishara sent it out wide.
Yes, Navin Rajaratnam sending out Avishka Sheikh. Can Sheikh go all the way? No, he can't. Bundle.
He's
outside the 22 meters as they tries to step again.
He twists and turns but goes straight into contact. That's Praveendra Vijayathilaka there. Brought down right on inside the 22 meters.
Yes, Kandy with position.
Umayanga to Ishara. Sends it out wide to Rashmika. And the number 8, big number 8, trying to struggle his way through. Now Umayanga to Sheikh. Sheikh puts in the kick. Falls straight into the hand of Sabit Feroz, who knocks it on once again.
Penalty awarded to Kandy. The player was offside.
He picked
the number 10, Kalinda Nandika. As the referee indicates, Ishara Herat will boot the ball to touch.
So Sabit Feroz, 3 knock forwards in his 23 minutes. And Kandu Nandila, another player who knocked the ball on twice. They'll have to be more careful and hold on to position if their team is to see through this game. And while now Kandy just 15 meters away from the whitewash as Milan Veerasinghe puts the ball out.
As Matish Amarasinghe, the brother of Dinuk Amarasinghe, taking the ball in. And here's Mohammad Shabir. It was after a while he got the ball as Milan Veerasinghe tries to go by himself, but taken down meters away as Shashiko Mayanga searches for the ball in the ruck, sends it out to Ishara.
Lahiru Devla there smashed on the tackle.
That was Navin Rajaratnam sent it out to Vishwaran Raja. This is Sheikh. Good work done by the Kandy Reds as Navin Rajaratnam does the scrum half duties. Here's the captain Mohammad Shabir, meters away from the line. That was big. The prop forward Milan Veerasinghe, space out wide. Can they score? Here's Lahiru Daulagala.
Trying to go on his own there. Not the thing to do, and knock back fortunately for Kandy, and they still have possession.
They are trying a little too much of expansive passes. Here's the number 7, Matish Amarasinghe. Will he score? Yes, he will. That is the second try. Very well done by the Kandy Blues. So it's 2 tries to none with Himal Katananja from Sumangala College.
Beautiful work there, Kavin. Saw the space and just dashed forward. Fended one defender off and dove over the line to score Kandy Red's second try. So that's a good boost for the home team. And Ishara will have the conversion from a similar possession to his first. Takes a good look at it. A very conventional stance there by Ishara, but as his kick drifts through the right, so the points will remain 12 points to 7 with Kandy Reds in the lead.
So it will be here again Nikhil De Silva to restart. Kandy lead in 12 points to 7. Nikhil De Silva to restart. A good kick collected cleanly by Matish Amarasinghe. Goes by himself, goes into contact, collected, and here's Navin. That was Vishwaran Raja acting as the scrum half, but knocked down by Shashiko Mayanga, the original scrum half. So it will be another breakdown in favor of the Colombo Blues. This has been a stop-start affair. As Nikhil De Silva feeds in the ball to the scrum. Tarundri Alves breaks again, but knocks it backwards. Kalandu Nandika under pressure, but secured by the Colombo team. There was Malisha Madhumevan taking the ball forward. Shevon Gregory having a go by himself as well. Colombo opting the pick and drive.
That's a good piece of defense there, pushing back ball carrier.
So another passage of good pressure by the Colombo Blues. How long will they hold on this time as Kalandurandika goes by himself, taken down, tries to counter up, but very well done by Dulanjana Pietissa.
That was a dummy run there by Dula, and he drew that defender in, creating space for Kalindu as
knocked back again, a quick ball, but the referee deems it to be a knock forward. So another breakdown in favor of Kandy this time.
That was Sarandu Diavis once again, if I'm not mistaken.
This marginally reminds of the Isipadana Kinsut game we had here, the same venue, where Isipadana managed to win 12 points to 7. As Shashiko Mayanga to Navin Rajaratnam takes the ball into contact. Here's Vishwaran Raja. The ball was knocked backwards. Lucky for Kandy that no Colombo player was able to snatch onto it.
Yeah, the problem with the backs here, Kavint, they're trying to run it on their own. They're not spreading the ball outright to the wing. That's why they're just applying too much pressure on themselves as Ishara put the clearance kick straight into the hands of Dula, who steps away from two defenders. He has space out wide. He's trying to make it a run, and now that Shana Killer puts the inside ball to Nikhil De Silva, who sends it to Savit Feroz. But that's a forward pass, Kavint. Really unfortunate.
That pass from Nikhil De Silva to Sabit Feroz seems to be the pass that was forward.
I think it's the pass from Dulanjana Pietissa to Nikhil. Or maybe you were right, it's the pass from Nikhil De Silva to his skipper Sabit Feroz. Really unfortunate.
But it was very well done by Dulanjana Pietissa. He did the right thing.
He made the initial breakthrough. He saw the space and just ran straight through it. As Shashika puts that ball through the scrum. Sends it out by to Navin Rajaratnam, who tries to go in. Straight into contact he goes. Gains a few yards.
Crash balls, and will Dulanjana be able to do the same this time? As this time it's Kalinurandika who goes by, and that looked like a penalty, an intentional knock on. Offendable by a yellow card, but he tried to go for the man. So this time it will be Nikhil De Silva to boot it to touch. Ball has found touch as a couple of players have found into the Kandy teams as well. Kavishka Jayasurya, Tarindu Hettiar achieved the fly off from Vidyartha, coming in place of Ishara Herat.
I'm still trying to figure out what Dulanjana was and Zamel had in their mind. They were trying to run it 2-on-2, and however, luckily they got the penalty there.
And ball has been turned over. Very well done by Rashmika Chandaratna. And here's the number 8. He was isolated, lucky to not have lost the ball. Here's Ishara Herat, another good kick, and chases this Vishwaran Raja, but fails to tackle as Sabit Feroz.
That's
not releasing the tackle assist.
Not releasing. He's put on some weight, Kavint, Navin Rajaratnam.
He's currently practicing at Havelock Park with the heavies. As Nikhil De Silva yet again finds ball to boot.
Sabit Feroz not having quite a good day, Kavint. A few knock-ons and isolations. But that try, if it was awarded, would have boosted him up a bit, because we know he's one remarkable player. He's the skipper who took Royal College to an unbeaten championship.
so many tries as well scored in the season. But here's Milan Veerasinghe, stolen ball, very well done. The thing with Kandy at the moment is they are trying to do too much, not keeping possession. They are trying the fancy passes, a little too many. And here's Rashmika Chandaratna out to the number 7, Himanka Dhananjay, the try scorer. Out this time, this is Mohammad Shabir.
Umanga sends it out right to Shara. Now he gives it out to the number 8 and he held it on, but still play on. Knock back. So Kandy still on the attack.
Mohammad Shabir should have passed there. He had numbers out wide. But here's Ishara. Here's Vishwaran Raja. Can he go all the way? Sabit Feroz and Vishwaran Raja. But tackled nicely by Sabit Feroz as Milan Veerasinghe tries to go by himself, but finally finds touch. A very well set out play.
And that will be it. Half time here at Nitavela. Kandy surprisingly leading 12 points to 7. And what a game it has been. What a half so far.
And the match has been living up to the expectations. Colombo were the favourites on paper, but Kandy have turned up. Think it is the home conditions. They are more favourable and they know the conditions.
But the Colombo Blues team are playing without some of their most senior and star-studded players.
Yeah, the second half I think will feature Kavinda Keshan, Janandu Dilshan, Kenneth Vimaladasa, Jason Karunaratne. Those four players can make a
difference in a game.
And that will we see in the second half as we go for a short commercial break, and we will be back with the second half action.
Dulanjana Petisa, St. Joseph College.
Sabit Feroz, Royal College.
Gamunu Jayadiya, St. Joseph College.
Tuan Zamil, Lumbini College.
Saan Nakila, St. Joseph College.
Janandu Dilshan, Royal College.
Kalindu Nandil, Royal College.
Shimon Gregory, St. Joseph's College.
Fadil Adan, Royal College.
Narindu Hasid, Wesley College.
Harit Senanayaka, St. Thomas College.
Taridudi Elvis, St. Joseph's College.
Sian Kalyan College, St. Joseph's College.
Adish Adunpatrana, St. Thomas's College.
Dan Sabah, Wesley College.
Ravidu Anjula, Isipatana College.
Malisha Madhuman, Royal College.
Christian Dila, St. Thomas's College.
Farm Farid, Royal College.
Shianu Kairat, Thurston College.
Imanta Irushan, Royal College.
Visit Kavyanjana, Royal College.
Shamika Vilinda, Science College.
Naveen Rajaratnam, Trinity College, Kandy.
Charaliane, St. Andrews College, Kandy.
Avishka Sheikh, Trinity College, Kandy.
Ruan Namara Singh, St. Andrews College, Kandy.
I'm Matish Amrasinghe, St. Andrews College, Kandy.
Royal Wasif, St. Andrews College, Kandy.
Provindu Jayadilaga, Trinity College, Kandy.
Walita Vijay Sundara, Malia Deva College, Kurunayal.
Kavishta Aishwarya, St. Anne's College, Kandy. රශ්මික චන්දරත්න කිංසුත් කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
දන්දු හිම්සාර සෙන්ට් ඇන්ඩ්‍රියස් කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
කවිෂ්ක බණ්ඩාර විද්‍යාර්ථි කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි. ටෑන්දු රිද්මක විද්‍යාර්ථි කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
ඉල්හම් ජලිල් කිංසුත් කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි. කසුන් බණ්ඩාර සුමංගල කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
ජමිත් විකුම්සර සුමංගල කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
සච්චර කලුගම්පිටිය විද්‍යාර්ථි කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
මොහමඩ් අකිල් සුමංගල කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
සරද හෙට්ටිආරච්චි විද්‍යාර්ථි කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
සසි කුමයංග විද්‍යාර්ථි කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
කවිෂ්කානී සිංහ සුමංගල කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
පැසම් ජයකොඩි විද්‍යාර්ථි කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
RS පතිරණ සෙන්ට් සිල්වෙස්ටර්ස් කොලෙජ් කැන්ඩි.
And he does brilliantly moving into the corner there. Outstanding individual.
This is brilliant by Danushka Ranjan. Scoring is 7th.
Trying to time with one hand and looks like he's through.
The outside fence of one. Goes off another. Just goes off.
Welcome back to Stadium where the Colombo Blues take on the Kandy Reds. And like we said earlier, Kavin, I see Kenneth Vimaladasa, Jason Karunaratna, Lakshan Uduvana, Abdullah Faiz, Janil Dilsan on the field.
And I think we see Shanuka here as well from Thurston, featuring with Dayan Saba, Malisha Madhumevan as well in the far corner. So the added replacements strengthening Colombo. And for Kandy, Tarindu Valikampala, Janita Rajanayaka, and a couple of other players has found his way into the field. So it will be interesting to see how they will feature, but a poor restart by Colombo Blues, not the start they would have wanted.
Kenneth Vimaladasa there with his first touch, and not a very nice one. So center scrum, and the Kandy Reds will have the first opportunity to attack in this second half.
And yet again it will be Shashiko Mayanga to feed into the scrum. A new number 8, Tarindu Valikampala, the captain of Kingswood College. But a good scrum by the Colombo Blues, knocks on as This will be the first feed in for Jason Karunaratne, who has found his way into the field.
Now
The combination of Jason Karunaratne and Kenneth Vimaladasa will be a lethal duel.
Yeah, Kavin, I was about to talk about that combination. They were the duo that won St. Peter's the knockout title, and Jason knocks it on first up. So the slippery conditions making players have the butterfingers.
And not to forget Rukshan Madhusankar also playing at number 12 with Janitha Dilshan playing second centre.
Yeah, Kavin, he's been outstanding. Rukshan Madhusankar.
He was the try scorer for Colombo Blues. As Shashika Umayanga has another chance to redeem himself. And a good scrum by the Colombo Blues. Ball is turned over. Very well done by the forward pack.
That's what pressure can do, Kavin, and that's what good replacements can do. That's ball spread out wide to Samit Feroz, who comes back in and gets caught up in traffic. Jason Karunaratne feeds the ball to Abdullah Faiz, who makes a run on his own. Big number one going forward there, brought down. And Jason Karunaratne switching direction straight to Shan Akila, who is isolated, but his support arrives. Now
and
Jason
this is
looking both ways. Abdullah Faiz once again. Good big hit.
This is what pressure can do.
There for sure. And yes, penalty awarded for the Colombo Blues.
This is what pressure can do. So the inclusion of Abdullah Faiz, Dan Saba and Shanuka Herat of Thurston making the difference as Kenneth Vimaladasa finds touch. A good opportunity for Colombo Blues, like they had in the first half, to score points.
And it's Tarindu, the Wesleyan, who will be taking the line out. He's had a good run so far, Kavin. He had to throw about 6 line outs in the first half and made not so many mistakes.
You can test the strength of the Colombo Blues.
That's stolen there by the Kandy Reds. And not legally, says the referee. So a free kick in favor of Colombo.
And
I'm pretty sure they'll opt to go for the scrum, Kavin. If I'm not mistaken, that's the right decision. And yes, they do opt to go for the scrum. So Jason Karunaratne will have another chance to feed Kenneth with some good ball. And then Kenneth will have to do the rest and marshal his quarterbacks.
Think Dan Saba will break this time too. He has the ability to go all the way. And the depth of the Colombo Blues can be seen as Keshan Kavinda and Ravindu Anjula are looking to come in. And here's Janitha Dilshan, inches away. Colombo will have to score from this. They are inches short.
They have a penalty coming their way too. And that was for a boot from the Kandy player. So that's a penalty try. And 7 points up now, Colombo. So 14 points to 12. They get back the lead. That was really unnecessary there by that Kandy Red player. He shouldn't have put the boot. He should have been more disciplined. The coaches will not like what he did there.
They could have defended if they had held on. They did the first 2 rucks. But cardinal error as Tarindu Hettiarachi will restart. A good deep kick finds the hands of Jason Karunaratne. Think he will go by himself. A good offload to
So Harit Senanayake there, who's brought down and knocked it on in the process. So Harit not having a good first run as well. The wet conditions making all sorts of trouble for all the players.
It's really hard to adapt to these conditions. It's slippery and with the breeze going from left to right, all these things matter. as Shashikumayanga feeds the scrum.
Early engagement there. And not the right position. I think the players didn't like where they were having the scrum. It's probably hard to balance the muddy.
The Colombo Blues scrum seems to have strengthened with the inclusion of Shanuka Herat.
The whole front row is new, Kavin. Shanuka Herat,
Abdullah Faiz, and here's Tarandu Valagampala breaking by himself, going by himself as well, but isolated, but a nice grabber. Fine touch. It was a grabber for Vishwararaja to run on, but it was a little too much as the ball found touch. It will be a throw in for the Colombo Blues. Fadil Adahan seems to have found his way onto the bench, so it will be Harit Senanayaka. I think it will be Harit Senanayaka who will be the line out jumper.
Yeah, second rows will be Harit Senanayaka and Lakshan Udona, and with the three-man liner it's definitely Harit. That's a good line out there. Colombo now will have to get out of jail here. They'll not want to give away that 2-point lead so early on in the second half. Jason sends it out back to Kenneth Vimaladasa. Puts on the clear and kick. Doesn't find touch coming. How vital is that going to be?
Here's Vishwaran Raja running across. And Naveen Rajaratnam. He has space out wide to Rahul Dauragara, but goes in the inside.
There should have been a try scoring opportunity there for Kandy. The field was broken, and Vishwaran Raja should have passed out earlier or gone on his own. And that's good break by Ishara. Herat twisting and turning and found
Milan Veerasinghe, a good piece of play, and he has numbers out wide on the other side. But Kandy, that was a clear chance missed. There are still numbers on this side if they do pass.
The players are trying to go on their own, Kevin. This is really bad to see because
here's Mohammad Shabir trying to go by himself as well. But there is plenty of numbers here on this side.
This is really not what the Kandy coach would want to see. That's about 6 to 3 players there. They were that outnumbered, but now it's a bit too late as Umayanga sends the ball out wide to Naveen Rajaratnam, who is caught up there in traffic.
It should have been sent earlier, but very well done by Tarandu Hettiarachi. And now Shabir tries to go by himself. Shabir has been doing this a couple of times, but hasn't been successful as scrappy play by the Kandy players.
And stolen there by Madhumevan.
Very well done by the Colombo players.
Now they'll have to counter attack. Abdullah Faiz breaking on the inside. Going forward there, Jason Karunaratne quickens the play. Kenneth Vimaladasa sees space out wide and puts in the kick. Falls right in front of Vishwaran Raja. Collects it and tries to step. Puts in the pass to Tarindu, who uses his boot, and that's Dulanjan Vijay Singh there. That's knocked back, but he will have a run.
And Dulanjan Abhyadisa kicks it straight to Umayanga, and broken play. No one at the back as Ishara Herat. The kick too far as Kenneth Vimaladasa will surely dot this down for a 22-meter restart, but a golden opportunity for Kandy missed there. There were 6-on-3 players out wide on the left-hand side of the field, but they all tried to go by themselves, and that should have been a clear try as 3 players find their way in. Janita Rajanayaka and the 2 front rowers replacing Milan and Rashmika Chandaratna.
Yeah, Kavin, you should have seen yourself earlier jumping up and down here at the commentary box for the excitement of the mistake that Kandy did. Kenneth Vimaladasa with the ball in hand to make that 22-meter dropout. Kicks it just over the 50-meter line. Now Lairu Herat
that mistake wasn't something a coach wouldn't have liked to see. But here's Kandy yet again. Space out wide. Ishara Herat to the number Praveen the Vijay Tilaka. Here's the inclusion of Praveen the Vijay Tilaka, the big prop forward from Trinity College.
That was a good run there. Naveen Rajaratnam knocks it on. Cardinal error there, Naveen. And Colombo, another scrum down for them.
It was butterfingers from Naveen Rajaratnam. He has been having a good game so far. He has been the man Kandy have been using to crash run, crash ball. It's 14 points to 12 in favor of the Colombo Blues as Thanandu Hettiarachi collects the ball, sends it out wide, and a chip kick. Dulanjana Bedis knocks it on. A cardinal error. So it will be a scrum.
So we've already seen about 15 scrums in this ThePapare.com's Colombo Kandy clash. And if you're not here in Kandy, you can catch the action live at www.thepapare.com.
We'll be bringing you the photos, the articles, the news and the updates, a highlights package at the end of the match as well. So it's 47 minutes on the clock with 14 points to 12 with Kandy Blues, Colombo Blues leading.
Starting the Weligumpala, breaking through but doesn't gain any yard. Just goes straight into heavy traffic. Lahiru Herat with the dummy pass from Rajaratnam, who tries to go on his own but is brought down in midfield. And now once again Kandy will have a good opportunity, but Kenneth Vimla steals the ball and they have an advantage coming towards them. Holding on, says the referee. Naveen Rajaratnam, not the second half start that he'd like. So Colombo with the chance to get out of jail, and it's in the hands of Kenneth Vimaladasa.
Kenneth will look to clear the line. Got a good touch, but he fails to do so. But it was a penalty, so they will anyway on the line out.
Not a good kick coming.
He just managed to slice the ball, went high, but managed to find any real distance.
Couldn't time it properly. But
and Julian Charles with the line out throw. Harit Senanayaka collects it cleanly.
Brought down there now, Jason Karnaratna. To
Dayan Sabha, and the ball has been knocked on. Here's Naveen Rajaratnam, another knock on. A forward pass, but the referee will bring back play for the initial infringement of Dayan Sabha, knocking the ball on.
I'm pretty sure both the front rows in both teams will be exhausted at this moment.
And Ishar Aliyanage replaces Naveen Rajaratnam. Another good inclusion.
As I was saying, Kavint, both front rows would be exhausted because this is the 18th scrum in the game.
And
not a good day for the forward pack.
They were lucky that they had 3 front rowers in the bench and the player on the field as well. And Ishar Herat to Ishar Aliyanage. Here's Ishar Aliyanage. Went by himself. Thought that was a bit too high, but the referee failed to have spotted it. As Shabir tries to go by himself again. But here's ball out to Praveen the Vijay Tilaka. Ishar Herat sending it out, but knocked on by the Kandy prop forward.
So that's no advantage, and Colombo will come back for the scrum down, just inside their own 22. So it's just so far one try in this second half by Colombo Blues. And
another breakdown right in front of the Kandy Sports Club house.
We are yet to see the likes of Jonathan Dilshan in the field, Kavint. We thought we saw him earlier, but still in the bench, he's just warming up. And Jason Karunaratne collects the ball from his number 8, makes a good break, but is caught by Janendra Rajanayaka, the Kingswoodian flanker. Kenneth Vimalasa screaming out for the ball and finally gets it, puts in that kick into space.
And
Fair decent kick there to get out of trouble. Stuan Zamil, the Lumbini player, chased it down.
Kandy Blue seems to have somewhat got out of jail. And it will be Milan Veerasinghe to throw in. Think this it will be Shabir who will be going up for the ball. Shabir yet again, and they try to go form the ball and go forward, but collapsed. Here's Shashiku Mayanga to Ishara Herat, sends out ball to Kavishka Jayasurya, Kadale as they call him, as the ball pops out to Ishara Lianage.
Colombo should have pounced on that ball, was open to play. Now Ishara Herat puts in that kick.
Chip kick.
As Jason collects it, looking for space in the out wide, but doesn't get it. Steps away from one defender and forms that ruck. They need to set it up quite well. Looking to go in the blind side. Dulanjana Piadisa with the chip. Sabit Feroz chases it. But Tarindu now trying to do the fancy pass. Not the right decision.
Here's Ishara Lianage. He was really good for St. Anthony's College. As Kandy have numbers out wide. Tarindu Herat, a good chip kick, and will they go? And Dulanjana Piadisa does the hard work and brought back.
But
so it will
brought back. So it will be a 5-meter
scrum in favor
for Kandy.
So good pressure by the Kandy Reds. Good thinking by Tarindu Hettiarachi as well. So this is the opportunity Kandy have been waiting for. Dhananjay Dilshan and Keshan Kavinda still on the bench. Not made a...
Not given game time, Kavin.
Game time.
There's only about 16 minutes to go in our clock. And they are yet to be seen in the field. As Sashiko Mayanga with the put in. Tarindu Valikampala.
Tarindu Valikampala tried to go by himself, but was unable to do so, as Mohammad Shabir tried to do the same. Now this time it is Pravinda Vijay Tilaka, but he has been isolated, but good support arrives. There will be space out wide, and the ball has been knocked on. Cardinal error.
Colombo Blues playing the advantage. Sabit Feroz fends off one, tries to get off the other, and the ball slips off his hand, and that's no advantage. So scrum down, blue ball.
That was
another chance gone begging Kavint.
Another chance gone.
Herat knocks it on. He's been so good so far, but these few mistakes are what's gonna cost the team.
And there you go, Janendra Dilshan and Kavinda Keshan making the way into the field. This will make a huge impact.
As Julian Charles walks away with Shan Akhila and Sabit Feroz also making their way to the bench.
Two Sri Lanka players, Sri Lanka under 20 players making way into the Colombo Blues. Janendra Dilshan wearing the number 25 jersey. And Kavinda Keshan wearing the 14 jersey out on the wide. This will be interesting to see how they will affect the game. And Kenneth Vimaladasa knocks it early on, and that will be another scrum. So we've seen around 20 scrums in the match so far. So a stop-start affair. These are cardinal errors, even with the conditions, the slippery conditions.
Yeah, Kavint, not the fast game of rugby we were hoping to see here. The rain is here to spoil the party, as Shashiku Mayanga once again with another put in, his 20th put in. Mohammad Shabir switches direction and now goes inside the 5 meter.
And there's numbers out wide, and they're still not passing.
Yeah, Kavint, I see your frustration there. Kandy trying to play it close. They're not confident enough with their quarterbacks. But I'm pretty sure something will spark up here. Priyantha Gunaratne looking for the grounding, and no, not yet, he says. Shashik Mayanga marshalling his forwards. Kandy, will they be able to score and get the lead? Lahiru Devlagala not being able to get the pass there. Shashik Mayanga. The ball stays open, and penalty for Colombo. Double movement there, says referee Priyantha Gunaratne.
Very well done by the Colombo Blues. A brilliant piece of counter-rucking, and it was Malisha Madhubevan. All credit to him, as Janatha Dilshan finds a good touch.
What a beautiful kick there by Janatha Dilshan.
Experience showing the under 20 player.
Right in the 50 meter mark, center field, and it'll be a line out for the Colombo Blues, as the new hooker will have its first throw in.
And Tuan Farid has found his way as the hooker, replacing his counterpart Milan Veerasinghe. So a new hooker for the Kandy Blues, as ball has been stolen, as Tuan Farid runs laterally, gaining no meters, but here's Ishara putting a long boot to but failed to
knock on there, Kavint. Dulanjana Piatissa and the back line haven't been on top of their game so far. Both teams. The fullback with the duo from the wings.
Dulanjana Piatissa is normally very good under the high ball, but this time around, under so much of pressure,
yeah,
has
Kavin,
been.
that's the pressure talking.
So, so immediately, Coach Luke has made some substitutions. Dulanjana Piatissa coming out. Kenneth Vimaladasa switching to fullback, with Kalindu Nandika coming back into the fly-half position. So this will be a Kandy scrum. Shashiku Mayanga sends it out to Ishara Herat. Here's Lahiru Daulaga. Ishara Liyanage sends it out to Tarantu Hettiarachi. And that was Lahiru Herat bundled into touch. Very well done by Janatha Dilshan.
That was Tuan Zamil, Kavint.
The Lumbini player. Very well done. Bundled into touch. It was initially good thinking by Lahiru Daulagala. There was no player on the blind side, but very well cover defended by Tuan Zamil.
Had he had a little pace, he would have been right on the money, straight through over the line from the blind side.
Had it been a scrum half, he would have snuck under. But very well done, very well defended by the Colombo Blues rather, and as they try to get out of jail.
Once again, Colombo, too many numbers there in the breakdown coming for me. I don't know what they're thinking, but Jason Karunaratne is calling for more help.
And the ball has been turned over. Holding on, says the referee. So another penalty Not 10 says the referee, so can't take it quickly. The only thing we haven't seen in this match are yellow cards.
And kicks at goals.
Kicks at goals, penalties.
Because I think both the teams are trying to go for scrums and not try to really get points on board.
These penalties in the league would have surely resulted in 3 pointers.
Yeah, but since this is the selection for the under 19 Asiad at the end of this year, players are trying to go on their own, and that's Sandu Veligampal, the skipper from Kingswood College, making a good break.
Very well,
Shabir.
Very well done by Malisha Madhumewan. Malisha Madhumewan has been a rocket flanker. He has been getting everything right as the ball has been knocked over. So another scrum. The tally of scrums increasing as the minutes pass. 8 minutes remaining on our clocks. It's 14 points to 12.
It's not really about the points, Kavint. In this Papare's Colombo Kandy encounter, players trying to show what they've got to the coaches and the selectors.
And since coming on, Jonathan Dilshan hasn't had any ball to run on with.
He's been defending, that's what he's been doing. But if he gets the ball, you know it's trouble coming your way. Even Kavin the Keshan.
It's only Kavin the Keshan and Jonathan Dilshan who's having the Papare logos clearly seen.
New jerseys.
New jerseys, as you correctly said. And yes, Kandy securing ball, but Tarandu Hettiarachi
really
finds himself in trouble. Finally, hands on the ruck, is it? But very well done. The Colombo Blues marching forward now. This is a good attacking move. This is the first time after they've scored the try that they have come. Here's Shenuko Herat. The first time he's had any real ball to run on with. Jason Karnaratha sending out through a gap, through the fringes.
And this is what Colombo is known for. They paced up the game. And going forward, Jason Karunaratna looking to spread the ball out wide, but the culprit at that occasion, Julian Charles there holding the ball with Dan Sabar going over, so penalty and possession given away.
Very well done by Tuan Farid.
But that passage of play was, after a while, Colombo's only good attacking play, because they've been defending most of the while, as Ishara finds the boot and good touch. The Papare Football Championship 2018 we go underway. Even yesterday we saw the match, day before yesterday, between St. Peter's and Zaira Gintoda. You can catch the live action, photos and the match reports at www.thepapare.com. As Milan Veerasinghe's line out was almost stolen by the Colombo player Fadil Adan, and Lahiru Herat once again gives the ball out wide to Lahiru Devlagala. Rana Raja puts in the chip kick, but fails to recollect it.
Rana Raja and Danu Dilshan, teammates for the upcoming club rugby season, playing for CR.
And so is Kavin the Keshan.
Kavin the Keshan and Navin Rajaratnam playing for Havis. So is Malisha Madhumewan and Christian Delay.
Yeah.
So these players know each other. They are currently going through the off season.
Mohammed Shabir as well, playing for Havelocks Sports Club.
I think that is a high tackle, and that will be the first yellow card.
I don't think we'll see a yellow card still coming because it's a trial game. Yellow cards won't be shown. But yes, it is a penalty, and Janindu with a good clearance kick, good yards gained, and so far the Papare's Colombo Kandy encounter
has been a thrilling one, hasn't it, Yusran?
Yes, Kavin, and it's almost coming to a close with 3 minutes to go. With Colombo just a 2-point lead, and you know Kandy can come up and beat that in any minute. Because, well, they've had so many chances as Harit Senanaika collects the ball cleanly and knocks it on while landing. So, Kandy with another chance. 25 scrum downs, Kavind.
Are we in for a drop goal finale? 2 minutes left. So it's Shashi Gomayanga. He has played the whole of 70 minutes.
Yeah,
Shashi Gomayanga has come off.
We are yet to see Shoail Wasim on the field.
Would have really liked to seen Suhail Wasim, the Antonian scrum off, and Ishar Aliyanage sends it out to Hettiarachi, and here's Vishwaran Raja going his way. Can he go all the way? No, he can't. And counter-attacking is good, but ball cleared. Here's Kandy on the attack. Very well done by Vishwaran Raja initially. And here's Kandy on the attack. Are we going to see another knock-on? And Praveen Vijay Tilaka fending on.
Let's not make it the commentator's curse, Kavind. Let's hope Kandy scores here in this occasion. Umayanga trying to go on his own.
And
just brought down, and they have a penalty coming their way, Kavind.
Advantage played by the referee. Offside says. Milan Veerasinghe sends it out to Navin Rajaratnam. Still playing advantage is the referee. Sends it out to Ishar Aliyanage. Here's Praveen Vijay Tilaka going by himself and not releasing. So it will be a penalty.
You can see the intensity rising up here at Nitavela. You can see the fans getting into the action with all the cheering and the jeering. As we see a player limping out.
And
I think that's the little man, Shashi Kumayanga.
And finally we are seeing Suhail Wasim making the field in favor of Shashi Kumayanga, and they have finally opted to take the 3 points.
They're looking for the win, Kavind, in this Papare's Colombo Blues versus the Kandy Reds encounter, because so far they've only won. Kandy has only won the title once, I think back in 2011 or 13. Yeah, 13, I remember. They won the title in 2013. Other than that, it's all been the Colombo Blues winning it since 2011.
And it has been one-way traffic for Colombo after the victory under Tilne Vijayasinghe in 2013.
Where Dharmaraj College had the winning side that year. So many Rajans. As the kick goes astray, the referee blows the final whistle, and that will be it in this ThePapare.com's Colombo versus Kandy encounter. And I think it's time we select the man of the match in this game.
And I think Malisha Madhumewan is a contender along with Dayan Saba.
For me,
it was he who made the telling breaks.
But for me, that would be Rukshan Malshankar. who scored the first try and also had some good runs. But
and also from Kandy, Vishwaran Raja, Naveen Rajaratnam and Ishara Herath were the contenders.
But I think we'll have to go with Ishara Herath from the Kandy Red side to be the man of the match in this first leg encounter. ThePapare.com's Colombo Blues versus Kandy Reds clash 2018.
He controlled the game well as well. So here's the breakdown. 2 tries apiece. 1 conversion not going in favor of Kandy. No penalties. The final penalty missed out. It was half time at 12 points to 7.
And then we saw the penalty try in the second half, which was really unnecessary and unfortunate for Kandy. And that's it in this ThePapare's Kandy Colombo encounter here from Nithya. So we'll see you on the other side, maybe tomorrow in the Asian Sevens third leg action starting at 1 p.m. You can catch all the live action at thepapare.com. Till then, see you. Have a good evening.